It is settled then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Melus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Bapak lu tersangka nih kayaknya. Susan mulu nih anak nih, ada lagi namanya.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support.
I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Navia juga bapaknya meninggal.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
Bisa jadi bahan untuk ini ya, persidangan. Soalnya ini ada buku kayak gini lagi nih. Kita bakal sidang-sidangan lagi. Aduh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Jangan nangis lagi, Navia. Oke, kesaksian keluarga Jekas. Sekarang kita ke Florence.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Iya, ayo. Kita harus cari keadilan. Keadilan di Fontaine.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So my first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, my father, the gun he was holding, probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Melus told me a thing or two. So I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callis's honor in your hands, boss.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Hah, semoga tiga doang ya, nggak kayak si ini. Gua bener-bener bolak-balik kemana-mana buat nyari bukti. Lah, hai Garde.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Iya nih, gue pengen sidang lagi.
If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your...
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city.
Oh yang itu ya, apa sih namanya yang kata ada si Clorin sama si Navia.
So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mech. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Berarti dikira si Terry ini ya, petugas yang ngandelin si robot.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia.
Hah, kita kemana lagi? Ke Marcel? Goblok, ya Allah.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact...
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that...
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from... If not for the vigilance of my part...
Oh, you're giving us too much...
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that callous... But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot.
Barbar.
Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so...
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Orang kaya ya. Makasih Marcel.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find. Given everything that's happened since, but who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Duh, disuruh pilihan. Florent, Thierry sih nggak mungkin. Marcel?
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole... Who could it be?
Siapa? Mikir lagi gua, ya Allah. Si Floren gak mungkin sih. 30 anjir. Floren tah? Bener ini mah, bener si Marcel.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Marcel nih kayaknya nih.
Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Melus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Ayo cari.
Navia, here you
Lo
are.
teori.
Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trial?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Lah, Cilde. Bikin masalah lagi kah dia?
What? Is that someone you know?
Iya, badut anjir tuh. Itu benar-benar badut dari segala badut.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances
What
case.
the hell?
It's
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
Si Furina ini mah Furina asli ini mah kerjaan si Furina.
That's what I thought was strange about it. So I came to tell you the news right away.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
Jadi kita harus ngebantu si badut itu tuh. Kasihan anjing di penjara.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner.
Dikira pisah ini ya, pisah hubungan. Aku nggak bakal pisah sama kamu, Navia.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
Yo, datang lagi si Melus sama satu lagi nih gue gak tahu siapa namanya.
I'm ready.
Silver. Oke.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Iya, sendiri lagi kagak ada. Ya Allah, Tatang.